Hey friends and family, how is everybody? I'm really sorry. I listened again to everybody and hi, Chloe. Anyhow, I have MetroPC. And so I heard that Verizon, and I heard from another person that T-Mobile are absolutely the providers to have when you're a nomad. And I have MetroPC. So this girl I didn't update plans or nothing because I was like totally convinced that no matter where I went, I was going to get no service. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it's just morning here, about 10 a.m. But anyhow, so I had like the smallest plan because in my home I had Wi-Fi. And I never really needed a lot of gigabytes. And when I got to the Grand Canyon, my first boondocking place that I landed, I had no service. As a matter of fact, the one neighbor I had At&t. He had no service. And I have one other phone, an Obama phone, and it's through Verizon, and there was no service for that phone. That phone wouldn't even dial out. So... But I didn't take it that was the Verizon service. I just took it that the fact that it was a Obama phone. It's one of those mornings. Yesterday was so crazy busy. So anyhow, I have MetroPC. Now, I get service everywhere except for the Grand Canyon. Okay? And I understand not many people get service at the Grand Canyon. So, with that being said, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to switch your cell phone and your internet over to Verizon or At&t or even T-Mobile. I know for a fact that, MetroPC will get you anywhere and everywhere. As a matter of fact, I got their grandest package that I can have unlimited Wi-Fi, and I even have a hotspot now, so I can get on my desktop and my tablet. I gave my laptop away, but anyhow, so MetroPC people, and I only pay $60 a month, and that's for everything. Now, T-Mobile has this incredible deal going right now, where you can get 2 lines, if you're 55 years old or older, you can get 2 lines and up to 50 gigs. Right? I'm saying, wow. I'm sure I could get up to 50 gigs, but I don't think I've ever used 50 gigs on my phone or my hotspot. So right now where I'm boondocking, they have no T-Mobile stores. They don't even have a MetroPC store. They don't even have a Verizon store. Just saying. So, I will be checking into the T-Mobile 2 lines, 50 gigs for over 55. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I can also get one of the phones, because you get 2 phones for the $50 a month. Yeah, just $50 a month, people. It's an incredible deal. And I love MetroPC, but I have to say, kind of go where the gigs are, where the Wi-Fi's at. You get 2 lines of 50 gigs for $50 a month, and you can use one of those lines to use it as a hotspot. And they give you the little hotspot machine. Everybody, you hear it all over. Everybody's got one, even, So if T-Mobile's got one for that one lady who uses uses T-Mobile, I called, and you can use one line for a cell phone, and you can use the other line as a hot box. I'm going to check into it. So, real fast. It's one of those days, I'm telling you, I'm giddy as hell. And you know what? Unfortunately, in the spot I'm in, I just left the most incredible boondocking spot in the world. I loved it there. But I don't know if you can hear this background noise, but I didn't travel far because I ended up having to spend another 30 days in the area that I'm in. Let me tell you why. So up at the Grand Canyon, you know, I told y'all that my tire got cut and I had to buy a new tire. Love it. Although I went all the way on that cut tire to Flagstaff from the Grand Canyon and I made it. So after I get the new tire and I go back to where I'm boondocking and spend 10 days, it's getting cold, I'm gonna leave. I get in my truck, my RV, and I go to leave and I'm bouncing, I mean literally bouncing down the freeway. The car, the RV is pulling to the right so hard, I can't even let go of the steering wheel. So I go a back way instead of taking the fastest route to get to where I wanted to go. It would have only been 69 miles. I take the long route thinking I'm going to avoid mountains and I'm going to avoid bad roads. Wrong. Oh wow. And this month has been a learning experience, I have to tell you. So anyhow, yeah, 210 miles later, with my front end pulling like a mad dog and me bouncing down the freeway, I went over a hill that was 6,800 feet high. Not only did I have to climb that hill, I had to come down that hill. Now, the reason I went the back route was to avoid going down I-17, Black Canyon Freeway. It's a good steep hill. I was concerned about my brakes. Oh, I want to tell you, this girl is not afraid. After that mountain I climbed and went down, I am not afraid. 2 lanes, people. I had to do 10 miles up it and 10 miles down it in 3rd gear. I learned how not to ride my brakes. A very, very important lesson. Because I have a 30-foot my travel trailer without the rack that houses my scooter is 29 3/4 feet long. Almost 30 feet. So that 2 feet, maybe 3. Actually, it's 3 because it's almost a foot out. So I have 33 feet. And I went down that mountain, 2 lane. It was amazingly crazy, terrible, frightening, but what a learning experience. So anyway, I get here, I'm here for a week. I go in to get water, empty my tanks, yada, yada, yada. Things you have to do. And while I'm in town, I stop at Big O and I say, hey, I think the new tire you put on my back threw the weights off my driver's front tire, and now it's bouncing like hell and pulling really bad to the right. And the guy walks over and goes, lady, it's warped. And sure enough, friends, he reaches down and he shows me, I'm telling you, the front tire looked like an egg. And he said I needed my bearings packed, that somebody pulled it apart and never packed the bearings. So then I needed a back tire too. So $250 easy out the door. It would have cost, out of my money, I get paid once a month, to get my rig safe enough to drive. And it's got to be safe. We can't sit in one spot for more than 2 weeks. Hence, I'd be back over where I was. I didn't want to leave, you guys. I swear, it was so wonderful that I cried. I don't want to go. I was like white knuckling it. Don't make me go. But anyhow, so I loved it there. Honest to God, it was so beautiful. So anyhow, yeah, I don't get on here and put a lot of the stuff I'm going through. I want this to be truth. I want you guys to know things that really matter, what it's really like. I mean, I have to tell you, it's as amazing as everybody makes it out to be. Boondocking, being a nomad, an RV, living in an RV, a van, a car, I don't care what you live in. This is the most freeing experience you will ever feel. It's amazing. It's amazing to know that you control your electric. You control your gas. You control. I am not paying the electric company $144 a month anymore. And and I didn't tell you. So much I told you. So much has happened. My solar's up and running. Not that I use my generator any less, because I have to have my generator for certain things. When they sold me this RV, they had messed up the generator and the onboard inverter and stuff like that. I have to run my generator to heat my hot water tank because my solar is not hooked into it. To, what else do I have to run it for? Oh, certain electrical outlets, they won't run unless, yeah. But now that I have my solar, I just plug right into the inverter for like my fan and stuff like that. Even my TV, if I want to watch TV at night. But I still use my generator. So, but with that point being said, I still only use like $40 a month in gasoline. That's a savings of $110 a month on electric. I found that I don't have to sit in a 70-degree house right now. Look, yeah, I don't have AC. I don't even have a fan going right now. And I bet my house is probably 82, 83. Just saying. So you really do adapt. But I have to say, with that being said, I don't use my generator all the time. I use it every day. But some days are an hour. Some days are 4 or 5 hours. I now have my solar set up, and I do use it. I have one panel of 100 watts. Eventually I'll up that. Eventually I want it maybe attached to the outside of my house, so I don't drag it out every day. But right now, I can drag it around to where the sun is coming in. Because let's face it, you know, unless it's on top, you're never going to always be in the sun during the day. So the way I park, my door is to the passenger side. I always try to park away from the sun during the day. So the back side faces the sun. So that would be the perfect spot for my solar panels. And I just might. I might put one over the living room window to shade it, and one over the bedroom window. I haven't decided yet. But anyhow, back on track, Tammy. A typical Tammy morning, right? Anyhow, it's so awesome to be able to control how much we spend in our own utilities. It gives you such a freeing feeling, a freeing ability. Now, I am in another spot. I'm not real crazy about this spot. I have to be out of the spot I was in for 2 weeks only. That's the law where I'm at. I have to leave for 14 days. Or 16 days. Don't matter. I don't want to leave. So anyhow, but me and a bunch of the people that I had been over in that great spot with moved to this spot. Because one, it's close to that spot. And when we go back, it's close. And two, I'm only 4 miles from town. That's it, 4 miles. So when I have to run into town to get propane is 2 miles away. Walmart's 3 miles away. Dump my takes is 4 miles away. Yeah, I mean, everything is so incredibly close. I really am not on the time limit I really wanted to be on. I wanted to be in Phoenix by now. Like my grandmother said, wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first. Anyhow, just hardcore life. That's what my grandmother used to tell me. So anyway, I wanted to be in Phoenix by now, visiting with some childhood friends and some relatives. My dear cousin Greg. I love him to death. But, and my friend Dano. But that's just not feasible this month. Like I've said before, I don't have a sponsor. I don't have nobody to throw me the $250. I needed to use that $250 and fix my house. Because regardless of if I have solar or have a generator or what, you have to have one or the other. I mean, there are people who don't. There are people who live in cars. I have seen them. They're just as happy as I am. You know, they potty in the bush. They're just as happy as I am. It's your comfort level. It really is your comfort level. Not mine. Not Joe's. Not Sally's. Your comfort level on how you want to be. What you want. I heard of a lady who, when she took off boondocking, she threw an air mattress in a van and took off with a nice chest. May bless her heart. Bless her heart. Now, I'm telling you, God blessed me with this. I asked for anything from a van. I would have took a van in a heartbeat. Way better on gas in my house. You know, I get 8 to 10 miles a gallon depending on if I empty my tanks. And I do. Another trick I learned. You learn so many tricks. When you want to travel, don't fill up those tanks. Get them emptied. And fill them up where you go. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt when you get there to have to spend a minute to refill your tanks. But I'm going to tell you what, you're going to save on gasoline. So I empty all tanks when I travel. Now I'm not talking 5 or 10 miles, but when I travel, and I'm going to put on more than 5 miles or 10 miles, I will empty all my tanks and travel light. I just go from 8 miles a gallon to 10. Common sense, right? But I would have took that van if that's what God had provided for me. But he provided a 30-foot RV. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm real happy to have a bathroom. I'm real happy. I'm real happy to have the safety of a locked door. I am. And I know you can have that in a van. But I like being able to go from my living room to the 5 steps to my bedroom. Life is great, ain't it? Anyway, so I'm sorry it's been so long, but I did upgrade my service plan to unlimited, so I'll be on more often. I want to post at least once a week. 2, MetroPC uses T-Mobile towers. You can get it anywhere. I am getting 5 bars, no problem. I'm getting TV out here. I'm getting 20, no, it was 29 up in Flagstaff. I'm getting over 48 stations of just antenna TV on my TV. Yeah. You don't have to pay for it, folks. So you can get T-Mobile. You can get Metro. Metro uses T-Mobile cells. Cell cells. Cell towers. Woo! Anyhow. So I'm going to get back to the gist of my, besides my rambling. You know I love to ramble. But let's get back to the fact of the video. You can have T-Mobile very cheap. It costs me $62 a month right now. It's only because I have an added ID check on my phone. Unlimited. Right now, T-Mobile, an incredible deal, $50 a month, 2 phones and or a phone and a hotspot. 50 a month, 50 gigabytes, people. 50. Amazing. I don't know that I could even blow through that. I'd have to post a video every day. I'm going to check into that when I hit Phoenix. But next is your comfort level. I'm going to preach this as long as I live this lifestyle, and if I have any way if I have anything to say about it, I'm going to live it until I die. If I have to put in a ramp to accommodate a wheelchair and get a little bitty wheelchair to fit through this door, I'm going to do it. Because to me, this is one of the best decisions I've made in my life. Now, we all know of the horrific thing that happened in Las Vegas. You people know I've lived in Vegas for the last 5 years. I lived in Vegas from 1979 until 2001. I have Vegas in my soul. I'm also an Arizona girl. I was born and raised in Phoenix. So, Vegas is in my heart and my soul. And what happened there is truly horrific. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care who's responsible. The fact is, it was a horrific hate act. I'm safe. And I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that I was proud to tell my friends and family on Facebook, I'm fine. I've been out on the road 30 days. That was one of the main reasons I left. Now, I know concerts are important to some. Movie theaters are important. I know getting out, living life is important. And I know that every time that we walk into a public place, we take our lives into our own hands because of idiots, freaks, sickos, like the man who just took 50 lives. actually 59 lives. Over 500 wounded. Anyhow, I was happy to tell my family I'm safe. I'm out on the road, I'm safe. One of the reasons I'm on the road. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. When I decided to be a nomad, I wanted to leave what society had set for me. The expectations. And that's why my channel is so important to me. Is because as a human being, I experienced all the expectations, every one of them, of what I had to have, how I had to do it, where I had to go, what I had to have, in becoming a nomad. And I want you to know that I'm not on here ranting and raving and picking on people. I want you to know the truth, people. I want you to know the truth. I'm not sugarcoating, I'm not bullshitting you, and I'm not going to lie about it. It's just who I am. And I am an uppity person. I'm a positive person. But on the other hand, I wish I had known some of the stuff I know now. I've only been a nomad 30 days. I've learned so much. And that's my reason for this channel. You know, I could get in on here with a bikini top. I'm not bad looking, even though I'm 58. I could get on here in a bikini top and sell my channel. I don't want to sell it on those. I want to sell my channel on truth. That I'm not going to BS you. If you want to know something, it's going to be there. So anyway, back to my day. It's a beautiful day here. And I want to tell you all that I feel amazingly blessed. And even though I'm right by a freeway right now, it's driving me nuts. I slept like a baby. Finally, it took me, I bet, 3 weeks to find a comfort in living here. And this being home, where I felt safe and secure. Just saying. But I slept like a baby last night. I'm right by a freeway. I don't care. You know what? I didn't even hear it last night. But I want you all to know that you're in my thoughts, you're in my prayers, and I only want the best for everybody. I don't want you stressing and pressing. I don't. When it comes time for you to grab that RV, that van, that car, that motorhome, whatever you choose to live in, I don't want you spending extra money, changing this or changing that. Get out. Experience it. Know what you have to have for yourself. Live it. Live it. You know what I mean? And you know what? There are some people who can go place to place to place every day. We see those all over YouTube. They travel. We see them. They spend a day or two in one little town and they're off to another. Well, you know what? I have yet to find a Walmart parking lot. I don't know where they find them. I have yet to find a Walmart parking lot that lets you stay overnight. I'm just saying. Even in this little bitty town I'm in, they don't permit it. I have yet. I found one gas station, a Conoco, that I'm able to stay in. The Love said, oh, no, it's for truckers only. So there's so much stuff out there, I just shake my head going, wow, I really thought I would be able just to spend the night at any truck stop. Nope, you can't. I just thought I could stop at any Walmart. You know, if you're an exhausted driver, you can just pull in and spend the night. Nope, you can't. You can't. You just can't. And you know what? There's a ton of apps out there. You can go over them 100 times. But I got to a Walmart on one of those apps, and they said, absolutely not. And we got somebody right back there waiting to tell you. So you could have 110 and 15 apps, people. And you know what? You're still not going to know until you get there. Anyway, that's Tammy's rambling. First thing in the morning. You guys have a blessed day. Remember to love yourself. If you don't, nobody will. Like, subscribe, and share, please. Peace.